sister. How are you?
Om Shanti, brother. I'm fine.
Okay, today we are seeing the second part of 23/7/1969 Murli. So we shall start saying it, start reading it, sister.
Okay, brother.
Mm.
Why has Baba invited you? Everything has to be accounted for. You have been invited here so that you can learn the knowledge of going up and down a ladder. In which aspect do you have to climb up, and in which aspect do you have to come down? You have attained seniority, but even while being a senior, you are not able to come down the ladder instantly and be a junior. It is essential to be able to become a master in one second and a child in one second. In some cases, it is seen that when you have to be a child, you sometimes become a master. How can you become the form that is needed at any particular moment? You have been invited here to learn that. For example, when you are in gathering for when something is to happen, at the time of For example, when you are in gathering for when something is to happen, at the time of giving your ideas, it is very good to be a master. However, in the gathering, when there is the question of something being made final by the instrument brothers and sisters, you should make your intellect like that of a child. But what is the qualification of a child? He will speak with great force about something, and then he will be totally free from waste thought about the same thing immediately. So, in the same way, in the midst of a gathering and in front of the instruments, you should make your intellect a master and give your ideas, and then instantly let your intellect become like that of a child. There is benefit in this. However, what is the result when someone becomes a master? Firstly, time is wasted and even power is wasted. Then, instead of love for one another increasing, there is a margin for it to decrease. Therefore, as you continue to take on more responsibilities, it will be essential for you to climb up this ladder and then come down again. So, Baba is giving you this teachings in advance for success in the future. All of you are experienced in this, whether someone is young or old. From time to time, he tries to maintain his power and self respect. From time to time, he tries to maintain his power and self respect. As you progress further, there will be more obstacles. And this is why those who have become instruments will have to be very humble. To be humble means to renounce regard for the self. Through renunciation, you receive greater fortune. The more you renounce, the more respect you receive. The more you try to seek respect, the more it becomes a means of losing respect. This is why you must increase the practice of going up and down the ladder frequently, of being a master and a child. This is why you have been invited here. There will be success in this when you have the power to perceive situations. When you have perceived situations, the result will be good. When you don't perceive them, the result is going to be wrong.
Thank you, sister. So here Baba says, I don't invite you for no reason. There is definitely a reason, and the reason for this particular bhakti is to learn how to go up and down a ladder and when. You should know when to climb up the ladder and when you have to climb down. For example, if you are a senior, uh, mostly they will become arrogant when they become a senior. It applies both in Laukik and Alaukik world. So, of course, you need to be a senior when you are issuing a command. But in the very next second, you should be able to climb down the ladder of seniority and behave like a child. So that's the thing. Uh, you should be able to be a junior in front of a junior. So that's why Baba says Brahma Baba used to be an adult while conversing with an adult, and he will become a child while conversing with a child. You should be able to maintain the balance. You should, in a second, you should be able to change the form. That's the thing. So here, you should be a master in a second, child in the next second. But you have to understand when you need to be a child and when you need to be a master. But what happens is when you have to be a child, you become a master. When you have to be a master, you are becoming a child. So
Super,
that should
super.
not happen. So now, how do you take the form that is needed at that particular moment? That's why you are invited to learn that. You need to perceive the situation. You should understand the situation, what it demands, whether it wants me to be a master or to be a child. For example, if you are in a gathering where you are required to share your opinion, don't be a child and keep your mouth shut. Be a master and share your opinion. Just like a child, when it returns from the school, it will say everything to his or her mother very fastly, very loudly. Mom, this happened, this happened, this happened. That's it. Okay,
Yeah,
mom, bye.
correct.
Let me go to play. That's it. It will not have it in its mind anymore. But we adults, on the other hand, if something happens, we will be constantly thinking about it throughout the
Yeah,
day
correct.
or even for days. So that's why Baba frequently asks us to learn from the child. Even in a recent Murli, he asked us to learn from a child on how to make what you say a success. Because child makes it a success. Because it doesn't have arrogance in it when they speak. They don't have arrogance. They have that ignorance, that childishness, that purity that makes us make what child wants to happen. So that's why Baba says, learn the master of speaking from the child, not vice versa. So here, uh, you need to be a master when you need to give your idea. So it will be a gathering of 10 to 15 members. So everyone will share their idea. But not everyone's idea will be taken into account when they finalize. Because due to many reasons, because you can't put all ideas at one go. So maybe they will try your idea the next time. But when you are to give your idea, be the master. Don't be shy. Give your idea. As soon as you give the idea, become a child. Whatever they do, I'm ready to accept. So that's what they say here. When it is made final by the instrument brother or sister, that is center in charge, or someone who is the instrument, then you should make your intellect become a child. That's it. You should be Hanji. Okay, I'll do it. It may not be your idea. It may be something that you opposed initially. Maybe you have a better idea. But still God says, when majority of them is in one side, you go with them. No matter how better your idea is, you just get along with them because there is no point in following what your idea is at the cost of losing their blessings, because everybody's blessing is there when you go on with the idea of the majority, not with the minority. So blessing is very essential. So, and here in this Murli Baba says, how do you become a child? Because Baba frequently says in many Murlis that you should be a master and a child. Especially in slogan, Baba frequently says this. So, what is the qualification of a child? It speaks with great force about something. Then it frees his mind from any waste thoughts about that particular thing. That's it. My teacher did this, my friend did this, that's it. Then it will not think of it. You should be like that. So, in the middle of the gathering and instruments, while giving idea, be the master. And as soon as you give that idea, become a child. Why? Because only then there will be benefit. But when you need to become a child after giving your idea, if you still continue to be a master, what will be the result? Your time is wasted in arguing. So is your energy, power, everything is wasted. Not only that, people will consider you to be the arrogant one. So instead of increasing the love between each other, now you are creating the opportunity to decrease the love for you. The next time, once you open the mouth, nobody will share their idea, because they will fear whether you will argue with them, whether you will fight with them. So that's not how BK should be. So they should be willing to open their heart in front of you. Whatever their idea, you shouldn't be a judge. You shouldn't laugh. Hey, it's not worthy. We have seen already. You know how senior I am. How do you know whether what they say is right or wrong until you put into practicality? Maybe they are right, because it is the same God who works through you is working through them as well. So you should have that respect. Or else only the enmity increases instead of the love. So if you take more responsibilities, which means you are climbing the ladder of status, that is, you are becoming the center in charge. So you will be more responsible. So it is also essential for you to climb up this ladder and come down. You should have the practice of it. You should be able to climb up when you need to be a master, and immediately you have to climb down and become a child, even if you are a center in charge. Because for them it is very essential than others. Because students may come and go. If they don't like you, they will go to another center. So it is the center in charge who is going to incur loss. If nobody is coming to you, not only they are going to stop coming, they will also going to make others stop coming by bad mouthing about the center and you. So you have to be very careful. You have to be extra humble. Humility is the virtue for everybody, especially in this Kali Yuga. Baba says humbleness is the god of protection for you, shield of protection for you. So that is why, in order to achieve success in future seva, Baba is teaching you in advance. This is the main mistake you are doing. Don't be arrogant. Listen to everybody. And maybe you will have a better idea. Maybe you are a center in charge. Still, if majority of them says okay to some idea, even in your deep mind, you may think that it is not practical, but let them get satisfied first. so that you will get their blessing. So after you put it into practical, if they find some obstacle, then you immediately arrange the gathering and say, this is the result. Shall we go on with another idea, which I have, if you permit? Then they will say, because they have seen the failure right before their eyes. So this is the quality of the king, because this is Raja Yoga. So Baba is sculpting us into a king by making us imbibe these divine qualities. So if you attain success in all seva, it means you can become a king, because there will be obstacles. You should be able to bend yourself with everybody, or else nobody will be willing to work with you. That's the thing. So all of you are experienced in this, right? So you may be a young one or a old one, no matter what your age is. If you try to maintain your power and self-respect, then you should be able to know how to climb the ladder and get down the ladder. Because as you progress further, obviously there are going to be more and more obstacles on your way, because Maya fights with Maharati in Maharati form. So this is why the instrument souls, that is center in charge souls, they have to be very humble. Of course, everybody has to be humble, but they have to be extra humble, because they may tolerate another student, but if they don't tolerate the center in charge, they are not going to come to the center anymore. So you have to be very, very humble. And what do you mean by humble? You should renounce regard or respect for self. Even if somebody scolds you right in front of you, makes fun of you, it shouldn't shake you. Your intellect should be constant. Your mind should be constant. Your state of mind should be at peace. Because you should renounce respect. You should give up respect. What it is in being humble, that's our true respect is. Self-respect is. That's the true respect of the soul. You should renounce all the respect of this body. So only through this renunciation you receive greater fortune. So humble are the ones who are the blessed. Even in Bible it is mentioned. The more you renounce, the more respect you receive. Because everybody knows Gyan here in Brahmakumari Center. So shouting may help instantly, but in the long time, they are going to renounce you. If you don't renounce self-respect, that is the respect of body consciousness, they will renounce you. They will go after another center, or they may even give up Baba's Gyan altogether, which is a sin because of you. But on the other hand, if you are able to stay humble, you climb their hot throne. They will never forget you. They will always see you. They will always have the highest regard for you. How? Through renunciation. So the more you renounce, the more respect you receive, the more fortune you accumulate. Because you are receiving their blessings, because you are giving them respect, irrespective of whether or not they respect you. So they will love you, which is a blessing for you. It is the amount of blessings that you accumulate that's going to determine the uh, status in heaven. On the other hand, if you try to seek respect, if you demand respect, saying that you are a senior, you are a center in charge, you are the coordinator, you know what's happening. That's enough for you to lose respect. Even in Laukik way, they say respect is something that comes automatically, not by asking, not by seeking. So you shouldn't seek respect. It is by giving respect, you are respected. Even in Laukik, they say, give respect and take respect. Here, even if they don't respect you, you should respect them. So that's the secret of getting the blessing from others. Because it's not that easy to, of course, we will get certificate from Baba, from ourselves, but from family, from Brahmin family, it looks difficult. But Baba says, no matter how people behave with you, just bear this thing in mind that you should never ever speak ill of them, right in front of them or behind them. You should always have respect for them. Your words should have respect for them. Then, even if not today, tomorrow they will definitely bless you. That's the secret. So, so that's why you should increase the practice of going up and down the ladder frequently. That is of becoming a master and a child. That's the reason you are invited here. So, for that, you need to gauge the situation. Should I be the master now or should I be the child now? So, if you see somebody becoming uncomfortable, then you are behaving inappropriately. That is, you are behaving like a master when you need to be a child. Like, and vice versa. Even if you behave like a child when you need to be a master, even then people get uncomfortable. So, you need to understand the situation, perceive situation. Then, if you're if you succeed in perceiving the situations rightly, then obviously you will act right. The results will also be right. But if you don't perceive it rightly, then the result will be wrong. So that's it. We will see it in the next video session. Om Shanti. Thanks for watching.